Good day, everyone. Allow me to extend my thanks to Grace Incorporated for the opportunity of an international paper presentation. I am here to present to you my paper entitled Mathematics Teaching Modality under a Quarantine Community and Action Research. I am Engineer Rubilin Barrios from Moncayo College of Arts, Sciences, and Technology, a local college owned by the local government unit of Moncayo in Davao de Oro, Philippines. Challenges were up to teachers who have been working extra mile to meet the needs of the students in times of pandemic brought by COVID-19. Teachers unceasingly give efforts to find strategies and continuously observe the learner's situation to come up with better ways that will help in achieving students' learning objectives. With the implementation of blended learning in tertiary education under the Modified General Community Quarantine or MGCQ, teachers actually have the greater control on how to deliver their lessons. However, primary considerations must be on the learner's side. As for me, I applied initially the synchronous and asynchronous mode of instructions. In synchronous mode of instruction, I tried the Google Meet but settled with Facebook Live to avoid delay and unwanted movements during discussion. While I was in the middle of the live video, often do not error in connections appeared on the screen. Take 2 to 5 became normal in FB Live. Aside from that, students were complaining for blurry videos and delays when the connection is weak. The advantage though of FB Live is they can watch the video again during their convenient time. The other one I used was the asynchronous mode of instruction. In this, students have to read the references given ahead of time and they will answer the exercises at their own pace. The instructor then checks the output of the students and posts the result in Facebook group. The problem encountered by the students in this modality was in their comprehension of the ones written in the reference copy. Many terms in higher mathematics are still strange for them. There are symbols that they had difficulty how to read or to interpret. Hence, they cried out for help and wanted the presence of their instructor. The significance of the study. Math students had struggles that need to be addressed in the transition from full of chalk dust and wide back-to-back green boards to virtual motion picture and narrow screen of their laptops or cellular phones. The introduction of additional teaching strategy might be beneficial and favorable to students as they battle with the war brought by the stress in coping up with this new arrangement in time of the pandemic. So for the method, the existing ones I used, which I mentioned earlier, were the synchronous mode and asynchronous mode, while the new one is the SGD or the small group discussion. We ended up dividing the class into 6 groups: Salvacion, Manalo, Union, Pasian, Poblacion East, and Poblacion West were the identified groups which are all barangays or little community in the town of Moncayo, Davao de Oro, Philippines. Each group selected one representative to join the small group discussion with the instructor. So as you can see in the pictures, so these are the representatives and the instructor, who is me. And then the representative performed another small group discussion with the rest of the members, echoing the discussion of the instructor. So these are the individual SGD or the per group SGD performed or led by the representative of each group. Just in case the representative forgot a portion of the discussion, a video taken during the SGD with the instructor served as backup. It can also be utilized for those who can't join the SGD, like locally stranded students who went back to school, those who have relatives who just went home during the community quarantine period, or those who have ordinary cough, colds, and flu for safety precautions. This is to make sure that the Interagency Task Force IATF protocols are followed all the time. Social distancing, wearing of mask, hand washing, and the like were practiced during the SGD. With a population of less than 10 inside a place or in a place chosen by the group, no violation has been done with the IATF protocols. For the research design, this action research was guided by action research in teacher education, classroom inquiry, reflection, and data-driven decision making by Hong and Lawrence 2011. And the data collection was directed by survey design, anchored in Creswell 2012, and administered through Google Forms. For the research respondents, so there were 40 respondents for this research, which is a convenient sampling because they were my students in Calculus 3 and Advanced Statistics. So they are the BS and Math third year students in academic year 2020 to 2021, of course, in our school in one cast. For the research questions, the first one, which among the learning modalities do you most prefer? With the options synchronous mode, asynchronous mode, small group discussion, and others if they have other suggestion. Well, the second question, which followed the first one, is pick one or as many as in the choices on the reason why you chose such modality with the options less costly, most convenient, effective for learning, and others. For the results and discussion, for the first question, which among the learning modalities do you most prefer? The highest preference is a small group discussion, followed by asynchronous mode, and then the synchronous mode with 87.5%, 22.5%, and 10% respectively. It can be noticed that the total percentage went beyond 100%, as some preferred not only one but two or all of the modalities. So there were 5 students who preferred both SGD and asynchronous mode, one student who preferred both synchronous and asynchronous mode, and one student who preferred all three. For the second question, pick one or as many as in the choices and the reason why you chose such modality. 82.5% chose the reason effective for learning. So these were the same respondents who preferred small group discussion as learning modality. 55% for most convenient, 40% for less costly, and there's one who pick others, which is 25%, 2.5% rather, and the reason is for safety purposes. So majority of the respondents who preferred SGD chose both effective for learning and most convenient as their reasons. The conclusion. Mathematics students most preferred small group discussion learning modality as an alternative to the previous one, which is the face-to-face instruction. Okay, as an alternative to that face-to-face instruction that we had before. Primary reasons where it is effective for their learning, it is most convenient for them, and less costly. For further action plan, that is to seek approval from the administration and the IATF for formality of implementation and experiment more teaching modalities that are suitable and more convenient to mathematics instructions. Anyways, this action research was designed to have optimum learning available for the students, or the modality available for the students for them to learn still in spite the condition that we have right now, which is the pandemic. Okay, this would be all. Thank you so much. And again, have a good day.